because of a reason or another. So that is the difference in barakah. And the hasana, it means the good deed, the good thing that you do. Hasana, when you're rewarded, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala writes for you hasana, you did good deed. That is the good deed. But barakah is different. Barakah is blessings, growth, increasing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. If you thank, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will increase you, which means Allah will put the barakah in everything you have. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put the barakah in everything we have. So, number 2, the surah that we were just reciting is called Surah Luqman. Surah Luqman. Who's Luqman? Luqman alayhi salam, or Luqman al-Hakim, he was not a prophet. He was not a prophet, even though he's mentioned in the Quran. And he was not from the elites. He was actually, used to work for one of the kings. And that king used not to pay so much attention to him. Probably he was the least to pay attention to. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala elevated his rank and mentioned him in the Quran. For the Quran is recited until the day of judgment. His name is in the Quran, and his whole chapter of Luqman is in the Quran, and great advices and way of life or lifestyle that he gave to his son, so we can benefit from many things that he many advices that he gave to his son. We need to give it to ourselves, to take it and give it to other people. One of these advices, the first thing he mentioned, before I get to this point, so Luqman was from Egypt, was from Al-Noba. That's it's the upper Egypt, South Egypt. So subhanAllah, you get bad people from Egypt, you get good people from Egypt. You get Fir'aun from Egypt, you get Qarun from Egypt, but there is Luqman also, subhanAllah. And all the prophets, most of the prophets lived in Egypt. So he was from South Egypt, and he lived in the time of Dawood alayhi salam. In the time of Dawood alayhi salam. And he learned from Dawood al-Hikmah. Hikmah, which means wisdom. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلَقَدْ أَتَيْنَا لُقْمَانَ الْحِكْمَةِ. And verily we have given Luqman al-Hikmah, which means wisdom. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the wisdom, Ya Rabbil Alameen. If you have the wisdom, life will be easy. You know how to deal with different people. People are not the same in this life. People are different, have different minds, different backgrounds, different way of life. You know what I'm saying? وَلَا يَزَالُونَ مُخْتَلِفِينَ. That's why you need hikmah, wisdom to deal with people. You might find somebody who's very, he will maybe insult you or say something bad about you. If you have the hikmah, life will go on. That's it. But if you don't have the hikmah, you will start fighting. So you will get into another bigger problem. That is the hikmah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spoke about. So he gave many advices. One of these advices, he said, the first thing he said, Ya bunayya la tushrik billah. He was talking to his son and he said, don't ever commit shirk. Shirk, which is worshipping anything other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or asking anybody other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or in a simple word, is not to put the trust in Allah. When you don't put the trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you're committing shirk, because you think that other people will give you, but it's actually Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the one who's giving. We need to put our trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inna shirka la dhulmun azim. It's like dhulm, injustice. And he said, this shirk, if you do shirk, it's dhulm. You're wronging yourself, and you're wronging people, you're wronging everybody if you commit shirk. Then he said, وَوَصَّيْنَا الْإِنسَانَ بِوَالِدَيْهِ حُسْنًا بِوَالِدَيْهِ حَمَلَتْهُ أُمُّهُ. Then he reminded us, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminded us of being good to the parents until then, even if they are not Muslims, even if they order you to be kafir, non-Muslim, or the one who don't believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if they order you to do so, you still need to be good to them. Don't obey them in that. Obey them in anything. But when it comes to the religion, don't obey them. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَصَاحِبُهُمَا فِي الدُّنْيَا مَعْرُوفًا, which means just work with them. Obey them, try to help them as much as you can. Try to be very dutiful to them. But when it comes, obey them in everything. When it comes to the religion, when they tell you to disbelieve, That's it. That's when you don't obey them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is reminding us that they are your parents. Even though they order subhanAllah to disbelieve in Allah, it doesn't matter because they are your parents. When they believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you must be much more dutiful to them. Obey them. Try to do everything you can to obey them and to be good to them. Then he said, Ya bunayya, this ayah I will pick, and that's it inshallah. Ya bunayya aqim as-salah. This is the advice of Luqman to his son. And we should take this advice for ourselves, then we take it and for our families. Okay? Ya bunayya aqim as-salah. He said, my son, establish your prayers. Aqim as-salah, the first thing you should do, establish your prayer. Because salah will correct everything in your life. Salah will make you like a good man or self-discipline. Subhanallah, it teaches you how to have wisdom, how to be good man. If you pray every day 5 times, subhanallah, you wouldn't have time to commit a sin. Every time you pray, you will have 2 hours to pray or 3 hours between the 2 prayers. What kind of sin that you commit, and even if you commit, you come back to Allah's hand, it's fine. Because we are human beings. Aqim as-salah. Then he said, وَأْمُرْ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَانْهَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ. Enjoin the good and forbid the evil. That's one of the most important things, brother. We see brothers who are not practicing at all, and we don't even tell them. We don't even remind them. You see brothers who were consistent in the masjid, and they were, mashallah, very good, and all of a sudden they are not coming to the masjid. If you don't talk to them, if you don't tell them, that's a mistake. When every time you have opportunity to call for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, go ahead and do it. And the least you could do with people is to show yourself as a good Muslim. Even this, many people are not doing it. Some people, وَلَا حَوْلَ وَلَا قُوَّةَ إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ, they are hiding themselves as Muslims. Some people, wallahi, will be questioned about that. What an honor to be a Muslim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed you with that. هو اجتباكم وما جعل عليكم في الدين من حرج. It is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the one who chose you based on your qualifications. You're qualified to be Muslim. So show Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you deserve it. So he said subhanahu wa ta'ala, هو اجتباكم. Ijtiba means to choose based on the qualifications. You have the qualifications, inshallah, to be a Muslim. So don't ever hide yourself. Show yourself as a good person, have good manner. You're practicing Islam. You're doing this because you're a Muslim. You're being good neighbor because you're a Muslim. You're being smiling because you're a Muslim. You're being honest because you're a Muslim, and so on and so forth. Then he said, وَاصْبِرْ عَلَى مَا أَصَابَكَ. Whenever you have a calamity, anything that is distress, any calamity, any hardship, you need to be patient. وَاصْبِرْ. He advised his son to have sabr. وَاصْبِرْ عَلَى مَا أَصَابَكَ. Sabr in the Quran, when we talk about sabr, will take us maybe 4 weeks. Sabr, Allah loves those who have patience. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with those who have patience. وَاصْبِرْ عَلَى مَا أَصَابَكَ, which means whenever you have hardship, just try to have sabr. Have sabr, be patient. إِنَّ ذَلِكَ مِنْ عَزْمِ الْأُمُورِ. Verily, this is one of the hardest things to do and one of the best things to do. Have sabr and to establish your prayers and to enjoy the good and forbid the evil. This is the best thing you could do. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from among those who listen to the speech and follow the best of it, Ya Rabbil Alameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us wisdom, Ya Rabbil Alameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put the barakah in everything we have, Ya Rabbil Alameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us all. Ameen. Jazakumullah khair.